So I went to the doctor, and I was actually diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. Yeah, so I really, truly appreciate you guys for having your mask on right now, because I didn't want to have mine on because it's hard for me to talk and breathe, but I appreciate you guys for having your mask on because your mask is actually keeping me safe right now. So I appreciate that. I'm what you call immunocompromised because I am on chemotherapy, and it suppresses my white blood cells that make me susceptible to things like a common cold. So I'm more likely to die from catching a cold from one of you guys. Well, I'm not blaming you, I'm just saying in general, than I am from the actual cancer diagnosis that I have right now. But it's one thing that I've learned about my diagnosis is you don't ever let anything be an excuse for you. Like, cancer is never an excuse for me not to do anything, but it's my motivation for me to do everything. You see these gloves? Like, these are not fashion gloves, right? It's hot outside. I'm not wearing these for fashion. I'm wearing them because I have low circulation in my fingers and I have low circulation in my feet. I actually have socks that are poured all the way up to my ankle as well that allows me to get circulation so that my hands don't go numb, right? So this is not a fashion thing. This is a literal necessity that I have to wear. It's hot outside. Do you really think I want to have gloves on? It's 100 degrees. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to make an excuse about it. I'm going to do whatever it is that I have to do to run my play. And that's what I would encourage you guys to do, is make sure you run your play. Whatever it is, you do that. You know, my play is different than yours, but you need to identify what yours is. Like, what's your goal? I was talking to Rubio earlier, and Ms. Rubio said that he had a desire to go into business. He wanted to be an entrepreneur. What my entrepreneurs out of here? Anybody that want to go into business for yourself, that want to have your own business, you want to be the boss, I'm all in for it. I'm going to show y'all how you can make $1 million without spending no money out your pocket. You know you can make $1 million, Rubio, without spending no money?
No clue.
Anybody know how you can make $1 million without spending no money?
Don't spend money.
You don't have to spend a dime. You can become a millionaire right now in high school and don't spend a dime out of your pocket. No money. So if you're looking for business ideas, let me tell you this. For those entrepreneurs, your business ideas are all around you, everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's a business opportunity, there's a business idea. So you're not limited by opportunity. The only thing that's going to limit you is your own mindset, right? Your own mindset. If I come in here and I say that, you know, one of my personal goals, my personal financial goal, is to make about $50,000 a month. That's just a personal goal, right? That's just my personal goal. But if you're talking to somebody who's never made $5,000 a month, they go, what you think they're gonna tell you? If I told you I want to make $50,000 and I'm talking to somebody who only made $5,000, what you think they're gonna say?
About what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, if I say, my goal is to make 50 G's and you make 5, and I'm trying to, that conversation may not meet, right? But I got one of my friends, right? I watched him make $100,000 in a day. And he got a mentor that they have $1 million days. They'll do it a couple times a year. They'll make $1 million a day. So when I talked to him and I said, yeah, my goal is to make $50,000, you know what he said? Well, you can make that in a day. I was like, for real? It's the mindset. You'll be limited more by your own mindset than you will by opportunity. I heard someone say, his name is Neo Davis. Neo said the best way to kill a big dream is to introduce it to a small mind. You got a big dream, man, keep dreaming big. Don't limit if you got a crazy idea, you need to talk to people who have achieved crazy things and crazy ideas, because it's happening every single day. You'll be surprised who you encounter on a daily basis. You guys will be surprised. Everybody here seniors? This whole class seniors, man, listen. I love seniors. My senior year of high school was one of the craziest times of my life, right? I was a pretty popular guy. I wish I had my yearbook with me. I was voted best all around by my high school senior class. But coming into my senior year, I had a lot of adversity, right? My aunt got me this job working at this place called Lithonia Lighting, and we fixed lighting fixtures just like that. We would wire them, like someone would have the little plastic part, someone would have the little end pieces, someone would have the bulb, and we would literally wire those things up, right? I was only 17 years old. This was the summer leading into my senior year of high school. So I'm working at this job. At the time, I was making like $7 an hour, which was a lot because minimum wage was $4.25. So I was making like $7. I was like balling, you know what I mean? Like a baller. Had me a little 1986 Ford Escort. I had 212s in the back. I'm making like $7 an hour. What? Boss, right? So now it's time for football to start, right? So I'm like, football season is coming up. Senior year, you know, I got to go show out. They got to call my name on the big, you know, I'm trying to stunt my senior year. So now I got, you know, the day comes where I have to decide, do I go to work in football practice, right? So I said, well, you know what? I'm going to football practice, skip work. I'm at my grandma's house, I'm hanging out. She used to cook before I go to school every day, before I go to work every day. So I'm at her house. She says, boy, you better leave from here and get to work before you be late. I said, Grandma, I'm not going to work today. And she said, what you mean you ain't going to work today? I said, man, I'm going to football practice. She said, football practice? You going to football practice? And my grandma said, she said, those people gave you a job. They trusted you. They gave you a responsibility. Your auntie put her name on the line so you could get that job. And you're not gonna go because of football practice? She says, you listen here, son. When you get an opportunity, you work hard. You take advantage of that opportunity, and you honor our family name by working hard. You got to go to work. So I left, but y'all know where I went? Football practice. I ain't go to work. We used to live right next door to my mom. Like right there where that brown building is out the window, that's where my grandmother's house was, and where I'm sitting right here is where our house was. We literally lived right next door. So I came home, and I told you I had the little 86 Escort with the 212s in the back, so you can hear me coming from a mile away. I'll pull up. I used to love pulling up at your house and making the walls rattle. It was I got a joy out of that. Not today though. Not today. I turned those speakers down real low, and I crept in the yard. I turned my lights off, and I went in the house. Took a shower. I was laying on my mom's bed, just kicking. I was talking to this girl. I ain't gonna say her name because she's married with kids now. I was on the phone with her. I was having this conversation. And boom, boom, boom. Somebody's knocking at the door, right? Run to the door. It's my grandfather. He says, hey, something wrong with your mom. I don't know if she's dead or what. So me, I'm faster. I'm faster than them. So I leave my mom and my grandfather, and I'm running. And I run over to my grandparents' house. I run in the room. I walk in the room. My grandmother's laid back on the bed, and she's not responsive. So I was looking at her, I'm shook. Now my mom ran in right behind me, and my mom like, call for help. So I start calling for help. And that was it. My grandma died, just like that. And the last message that she ever gave me was, you work hard, you be responsible, you handle your business. And this is coming into my senior year. So now I'm thinking like, I need to get a job and work. So I'm like, I'm not even playing football at all. Like, I'm not gonna play. And my uncle came to me and said, listen, man, you have the rest of your life to work. Like, why are you not gonna play football? And I was like, man, that's what grandma told me. You know, I'm just gonna work. And he was like, man, you can work later. But he was like, this is your senior year. You need to, why do you wanna work? I was like, man, I just wanna I wanna, I was just like coming up, so I need school clothes. I wanna get another car. He was like, well, I'll give you another car and I'll buy you school clothes. He was like, just play football. So I was like, all right. So I played football. My heart was still broken the whole time. I'm dealing with depression because I was really close to my grandmother. So I'm playing football, right? So now it's senior night. Senior night. I ball out. They had a little bitty running back. I was a linebacker. The dude was scared. I was just tossing him everywhere. So they calling my name out. Andre Nelson on the tackle. As a matter of fact, they ain't calling me Roger. They were messing my name up. They was calling me something else. I'm like, dude, you know my name, Roger. And he even said he didn't know which way was right, so they just called it out different every time. Oh, you dropped Terry. All right, Nelson on the tackle. So my name was called a lot. I'm feeling good senior night. We go to the dance, we jig, and we having a good time, you know what I'm saying? I ain't bothering nobody, I'm dancing with girls, you know what I mean? It's my senior year, I'm popular. They call my name, that's what happens, right? So at the end of the dance, one of my close friends come to me, he said, hey man, these dudes want to jump you. He said, dance with this girl or something. So I was like, who was this girl? I was like, probably a lot of dudes want to jump me. I'm dancing with a lot of dude girls. I don't know who dude girl is for real, you know what I'm saying? They was like, oh, little son of cheerleader. I was like, oh man, that's like my little sister. So I was like, man, no. It's not like that. Like, I'll explain it to them. It ain't that big of a deal, right? So we go outside, we see them, they pass by, they see me, they kind of slow down. There's 5 of them, and they ride in a little Nissan Sentra. So the car's like big dudes in the back, so they all hunt in the car. Like the car was about to flip over, right? So they're in the car, so I see them, and they do the little, like they do the little drive-by thing. They see me, and they speed off. They ain't going nowhere because it's got like a 4-cylinder motor and 5 big dudes. Right? So it like sound real loud. You know how people talk a lot, but they don't be doing that. So they call it like that, right? So we leave and we go to the hangout spot, which is McDonald's, right? At this time, I'm in the truck that my uncle gave me. My uncle gave me this truck. I got my cousin, she's a cheerleader. We pull into McDonald's this way, and they pull into McDonald's after us a few minutes later, and they park on the opposite side, right? So I'm gonna be honest now. I know y'all see me all nice, Mr. Nelson now, but I got some real street friends though, like some real street friends. They good people. They just do street things, you know what I mean? So these were some of the guys I hung with in high school, right? So one of my street partners, very intelligent guy, but he was from Miami, so he was very protective of me because I was like the nice guy. So you don't mess with the nice guy because then my guy's my protector. So my guy said, "Oh man, there you go right there, man. Go over there and squash that, bro. We ain't got time for this, man." So I go over to the dude and I said, "Hey man, bro, you know, I just want to clear it up, man. Ain't nothing like that, man. That girl like a little sister to me, man. So I just want to make sure we good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like that, man. This is the conversation I'm having with him. He's standing on the car. It's 5 of them and me. I'm standing up by myself. And he dropped his head, you know what I'm saying? He don't say nothing. So I say my piece. I look at my partner. I don't do nothing, bro. I turn around and walk off. And what do you think happened? He said, open fire. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, oh! Hit my truck. So right beside me, they pierce the truck, shoot the tire of my car. So now, this is in front of my classmates. You know what I mean? My little cousin. This dude tried to shoot me in my back. You know? I'm already dealing with, I lost my grandma. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already sensitive hearted. Now this dude tried to shoot me in my back. This is my senior year. I'm just trying to get out of here so I can go do something with my life. Dude pulled the trigger, I'm gonna shoot me in my back. On top of that, so my friend, like, you trying to shoot my boy? So they shoot back. So now it's a shootout. So now I'm on the ground, like we shooting back. I don't have a gun, but my side's shooting too. So I had shooters with me. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're in high school now. Listen, we high school students. Yeah. But this happened in high school, real time, 96. So, partner jump in the car chasing him. One of my partners C is driving, my partner Ike is out the window. Pow, 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 pow. Trying to shoot my boy. What? Pow, pow, pow. This is happening for real. Listen, so now, you know, everybody coming over to me, oh, you okay? Oh my gosh, you know, I'm trying to see if I'm shot. I ain't shot, you know, so the tires, you know, so somebody take me home and, you know, I go to school on Monday and everybody's like, oh my God, you heard? Yeah, I was there, I saw it. Blah, blah, blah. Then they call me to the office. I walk in the office, there's 2 police officers there. And then they said, Mr. Nelson? Yeah. Come with us, you're on the arrest. I said the same thing! I said, arrest? I said, for what? Why y'all arresting me? And they came out with a list of charges. He said, yeah, you pulled a gun, you shot at him, discharging a firearm within 50 yards of a public highway, discharging a firearm within 50 yards of a federal highway, possession of firearm by minor. I had like 8 felonies. yeah. I said the same thing. So I called my mom. I'm like, hey, mom, they said, my mom was like, all right, tell them we'll meet them down there. Tell them they can follow you down there. But tell them don't put you in handcuffs and they can just follow you and we'll meet you there. And the principal said, you know, I agree. You know, you take them, that's on you. But you can't take them off the premises in handcuffs. I said, all right, we'll let them drive. So they let me drive myself to jail. I drove myself to jail, checked in, and then now I gotta go, you know, I got 8 felonies for something I didn't even do. The boy just said, yeah, the only reason I shot at him because he shot back. And then they said, well, if he shot back, then that means he did all these things. And they charged me with all those things. So now, you know, I'm dealing with that. You know, dude done tried to shoot me. My grandma died, senior year, my grandma done died. Dude done tried to kill me. You know, so now it's our last game of our senior year. And it's one of my close friends, his name was Chris Thomas. We started kindergarten together, and it's our senior year. The week before was homecoming. He just won homecoming king. So it's like my dude, man. You know, it's like we getting ready to get out of here, dog. We made it from kindergarten. Like we started in kindergarten. We are now 18 seniors. We getting ready to graduate, bro. We lost the football game, which means that the first round of the playoffs we had to go on the road. So I went to him. He's like, "Dang, that was a good game. You know why? Y'all get them next time." Yeah. Chris, you coming to the game? Yeah, I'll be there, man. Just as sure as you see my band right there, bro, I'm there. Yeah. Chris went home. On the way home, he dropped off the people he was picking up. He fell asleep and he rolled over in the creek and he got trapped in his seat, but he drowned and he died. My childhood friend, Chris Wright. We dedicated our yearbook to him. I think about him all the time. But Chris Thomas, my friend Chris Wright got killed too, but this is my friend Chris Thomas. So this is all my senior year, right? So I'm dealing with all kind of crazy stuff, all kind of crazy adversity, you know? And let me tell you this, the thing that helped me the most was I got an opportunity from Chick-fil-A. This is a job, right? This is the first job I had since my grandmother died. It was my first chance to go out and work hard and honor her. And they were building a brand new Chick-fil-A in my hometown. And I went and I was one of the first people he hired. And the owner of that Chick-fil-A took me under his wing and he taught me how to do everything he knew how to do. I did everything in that store. I was 18 years old. I did the interviews. I helped him put up the shelves. I did everything in that store. And as soon as I graduated, the day I graduated, he promoted me to the manager of the store. It was him and it was me. I would close the store at night, count the register, make the schedule for the next day, and open the store the next morning. And he would just walk in and I did everything that he initially did to start the store. I did it until I went off to college. And that was my opportunity to prove to myself what I was capable of doing. Because no one had ever gave me an opportunity like that. But I tell you this, if you guys show up in the world as your greatest self, opportunities will present themselves to you. Opportunities in the show up. But if you don't show up, you can't take advantage of your opportunity. So whenever you guys get an opportunity to show up, you got to show up. To this day, Dave Roberts is still one of my mentors right now. I'm 43. He hired me when I was 18. I can call Dave Roberts right now. I can pull up in Chick-fil-A and do whatever, walk behind, I mean anything. But that's because of the relationship that we nurtured. I took advantage of the opportunity that he gave me and I maximized it. So I want to encourage y'all to do that. Maximize your opportunity. Somebody give you a chance, go all in. Like, don't play with it. Like, this your one life. Don't be out here dreaming small, playing small, thinking small. Y'all better go big. Go big. Tell y'all right now, you know why most people never become successful? Can anybody tell me why most people never become successful? Can anybody tell me that?
Because no one can reach up their goals.
Say that again.
Because no one can reach up their goals.
Ooh, boy, you cooking with something right there, boy. This man here's cooking with something. What's your name, sir?
Jonathan.
Jonathan, the reason that most people never become successful is because they don't define what success looks like to them. Right? If you're a basketball player, who's the greatest basketball player of all time? Michael Jordan, LeBron James. You can say, my generation was Michael Jordan, this generation is LeBron James, and I'm just going to say this. The greatest competitor of all time is Michael Jordan. The greatest basketball player of all time to me is LeBron James. He's just the best all-around player. That's just my opinion. But if your focus was to be the greatest basketball player, you want to be the next Michael Jordan, you're not focusing on being the greatest you. The purpose is to be the greatest version of yourself. Set your own goal. Don't look at Beyonce and think that that means success. Beyonce don't mean success because she got a lot of money and she famous and she on TV. If that's not your goal, then that's not success for you. Your success may be, I want to have a house with 3 bedrooms. I want a new Honda Accord. I want a dog named Tiffy. And I want a trampoline for my kids. I mean, and that is successful for you. Now, somebody with $1 billion may say, they're like, well, maybe that's not success for you. But you have to define what your success is based upon you. Not nobody else. You can't be out here comparing yourself to other people because that's what most people fail at. People out here trying to compare themselves to somebody else. If you want to be the greatest version of yourself. Don't be the greatest version of nobody else. You got to be the greatest you. Figure out what you like, what you want to be. What is success to you? A lot of people chase money. Money ain't it. Listen, I got some friends I know that got that bag. I'm talking about a real bag. They do stuff, it make my mouth drop. Like their real life, they normalize stuff that I look at on TV and movies. They do stuff that I've seen rappers and people that you guys know don't even do. I know some people who make more money than your favorite rapper. They make more money than NBA players, and these dudes are regular dudes. You guys can do the same thing. Like there is no, listen, there's no limit to what you can do in this life. Your only limitation comes from your own mindset, what you think. That's your only limitation. But if you tell yourself that you can do it, listen, you're going to do it. Listen, I got this book that I wrote. I wasn't going to publish it until 2022, but after I got diagnosed, I was just sitting at home. I was like, I need something to inspire me. So I was like, I'm going to publish this book. So I published this book. And this book is called Cultivating a Motivated Mindset. And on the back, I have these 8 steps that you go through in order for you to cultivate your motivated mindset. Right? These 8 steps on the back. Step 1 says, believe in yourself. Let me tell you why a lot of people don't believe in themselves, right? So you guys, you ever hear people say, we only use 10% of our mind. What if we could use the whole 100%? You ever hear people say that? I hear people say that all the time. We don't use our whole mind. There are 2 parts of your mind. Where we are right now, this is your conscious brain. Y'all can hear me, we can talk, we can respond, we can engage. I can ask you a question. I can say, what's 1 + 1? True. See, that's conscious. He thought about it, he gave it to me quick. Your conscious brain can process information at about 40 bytes of information per second. That's a lie, right? Now, there's the other part of your brain, which is your subconscious brain. Because there's a whole lot of stuff that's going on in your body that you're not even thinking about. You breathe and you ain't. Imagine if you had to tell yourself to breathe every time that you took a breath. For real. Some of y'all will pass out because you'll forget to breathe. There's a subconscious element that is telling you to breathe even when you're not thinking about it. Your heart is beating, your blood cells are pumping. There's a whole subconscious realm. Now, consciously, it makes up about 10% of our brain. This is where we are now. This is what we're thinking. This is our mind. It's our mindset. It's here. It's what we think. But behind that is what you believe. Subconscious brain processes information at millions of bytes of information per second. So it's like this. You telling yourself, man, I'm the greatest. Yeah. And you really standing on that. In your mindset, it's the strongest it can be. I'm the greatest. It's what you telling yourself, right? Ah! All 40 of your little men are pushing in the mindset of we the greatest. But your belief system is millions of them, right? So let's say 1% of you in your belief system is like, no, you ain't. You ain't the greatest. That is enough to stop you from being the greatest. Most people won't undermine their own success because they don't believe what they think. They'll think a certain way, but then they'll say, I don't know if I can do that. They'll be like, I'm gonna make $1 million. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. The second you say, I don't know if I'm gonna make it, you're not gonna make it. You gotta be like, I'm gonna do this. And then something behind you gotta be like, yeah, you're gonna do this. Once your mindset and your belief system are in line with each other, you gonna win. But if you don't truly believe that you can do it, I don't care what you think. If you don't believe you can do it, you're not gonna be able to do it. Period. You can think whatever you want to think. But all you gotta do is have a little bit of disbelief and it's gonna undermine everything that you believe. All right, for real. That's why it's so vital to believe in yourself, first and foremost. Now, I did this book right here, Cultivating a Motivated Mindset. Y'all know what I did? Y'all know what I did? Oh, damn, y'all know what I did? Bam. Y'all know what I did? Bam. I did. Bam. I bought a copy for all of y'all. Every student in the class. And I want to sign them and personalize them too. So that's my goal. Is I want to sign and personalize every single book in here. I want to write your name and give you a personal message from me to you that you can have as a gift for your senior year. Also, you know what else I did? Look at that, there they go, bam. We pulling out them stacks. Yeah. Pull them out. I'm about to give y'all $1 million play too. I'll give y'all $1 million play. So how you can make $1 million with no money. For real. This is real talk. Anybody ever told y'all that before? No. I give this game to people who like doing various things. I'm sure how you can make money without making money. People are like, you should charge people for that. I'm like, nah, charge nobody for that. Like, this is information. You gotta apply it. Information on me, application on you. I'm just gonna give you one play. I'm gonna give you a couple plays of how y'all can make money. You ain't got no money, right? How many of y'all use Canva? C-A-N-V-A. How many of y'all use Canva? Hey man, y'all better download Canva. How many of y'all got iPhones? Man, y'all better download Canva right now. Canva is an app. It's a graphic design app called Canva. I'm telling you, somebody's gonna download it and you're gonna be able to take advantage of this and you're gonna be able to make use of money. I'm telling you. Canva, Canva. I had somebody call me one day and say, yeah man, I need somebody to do a logo. I was like, what you need a logo for? He was like, well, my wife's company. I was like, what's the name of your wife's company? He was like, the name of my wife's company is this. Then I was like, oh, she got like brand colors or something? She's like, yeah. I was like, well, what does it represent? He was like, it represents this. I was like, what? Okay, well, but like, is it elegant? Is it this and this and that? And as she's saying this, I'm on Canva. I went to Canva, I searched logo, and I start, and as I'm asking these questions, I'm literally sitting there designing the logo. And then I texted to him. He said, oh my God, bro, you just did that? I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm just trying to get an idea. He showed it to his wife. She's like, I love it. That's it. How much do we owe you? Like, man, y'all gotta pay me enough for that. No, we're gonna pay you. We're gonna pay you $100. All right, cool. They paid me $100. It took me 5 minutes to do that logo. It's free. You go to Canva right now. And the cool thing is, if you type in logo, they got thousands of logos already on there. So you can just go in there and just customize a logo based upon the business, and boom. So you can somebody right now can say, I'm doing logos for businesses for $25 and use Canva and make money off Canva for free, a free app. You can do that right now. Also, anybody here want to start a merch line, t-shirts, clothes, something like that? If somebody here want one. Oh man, I forgot your name.
Christian.
Christian, what kind of clothing line we gonna start? Tell me about it.
It's like streetwear kinda.
So you gonna drop a shoe line? You said
no,
shoe?
No, streetwear, so focus more on like clothing and stuff like that, but like kinda like how like Supreme and stuff like that is.
Yep. Alright, so say you want to start a t-shirt line. What you do is you go to Canva, you design whatever you want to put on your t-shirt, right? Then you go to a site called Printful.com, Printful, Printful.com. You log into Printful, you take that logo that you designed in Canva for free, and now you take that logo and you put it on all the merch that you want to put it on. Look, see, look, bam, this is mine right here. I own the trademark for this, but Be the Greatest. So anytime you see Be the Greatest, I own this. If you go to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office and you search Be the Greatest, my name pop up. I own this. This is mine. This is my merch. This is my intellectual property. I'm the only person that is authorized in the entire United States to sell this particular shirt with this logo on it, or to run an organization or a company with this on it. I'm the only person that can do it. If you do it, I'm gonna check and make sure it's authentic. If it's authentic, then that means you bought it from me, and I'm gonna say thank you for your support. If you ain't doing it, I'm gonna say hey. You sue you. Right? It's business. It ain't personal. It's business. It's business. So if you come up with an idea, because some of y'all gonna come up with something so slick, you're gonna come up with an idea so brilliant, you're gonna come up with something that's gonna make you $1 million, and then you're gonna tell somebody else about it, and you're not gonna protect it, and they're gonna take your idea, and then when they see you using it, they're gonna sue you for using the idea that you came up with because you didn't own it. Y'all know that? Did you know that, Rubio, you can give me an idea right now, show me your logo, I can take a picture of it, go to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, get the trademark for it, and then send you a cease and desist letter and tell you can't use my logo no more? Yeah. You know I can do that? Yeah. Listen, if you come up with a brilliant idea, before y'all start telling everybody, putting it on social media and putting it out there, don't give other people a chance to steal your intellectual property. Your intellectual property is the stuff that you come up with in your mind, the stuff that you come up with, your thoughts, your ideas, stuff that you own. Somebody can come take everything from you, but they can't take your intellectual property if you have it protected. So when you come up with an idea, before you start posting it, bragging about it, putting it on a shirt, make sure that you understand how to protect your intellectual property. Right? All right, let me give y'all $1 million play, right? So y'all see my book right here, right? All right, so right now, in order for me to get a book manufactured from Amazon, it costs me $2.81. That includes them printing it, them shipping it to my house, everything. It costs me on average $2.81 a book. I sell these books for $20 a piece. So right now, Adon told me that he wanted to. I'm gonna use Rubio. He said he wanted to be a business owner, but he wasn't like nailed in on specifically the business. So today, this is what you're gonna do, Adon. I'm gonna give you the book play, right? So you're gonna publish a book. Do you want to write a book? Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'll contribute. But he probably don't want to write the whole book. So this is what you're going to do. It's the people out there who can write very well. You're going to find you 5 or 6 people and say, hey, I'm getting ready to publish a book. I want to know if you want to be a contributor to it. What I'll do is blah, blah, blah. You work your deal with them. You have them to contribute to the book. You ain't got to write the whole book for real. You get other people to contribute. They're going to be happy to contribute because now you're going to say, through my publishing company, I'm going to publish this book and you can become a published author and you can get your work thrown out there to the world, give you great exposure, boom. So you get them to contribute to the book. Now, you go to Canva, that same app that I gave you, Canva, Canva.com, and you go to book cover. You search book. Now you design your book cover in Canva for free. Now you go to social media, right? Because you need some money to get started. You ain't got no money, so we need to get some money first, right? You need to get some money. So now what you're going to do is you're going to set up a link, and you're going to tell people that your up-and-coming book is coming out in X amount of months, and you're going to start taking advanced pre-orders for your new book. So what that means is your book ain't even done yet. You ain't even wrote it. You're working on it. You got your cover design. The cover is ready to go. But right now, you created a link and people can start paying you for your book. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make it a limited edition for the pre-order. We only selling 100 books at $20 a piece. You haven't spent no money. What you've done, you went to PayPal, you set up your PayPal link, you went to Stripe, you set up your account, so that way you can have a way to take the money. So you just set up however you're gonna take the money, and now you tell people to order your book. So now you get your 100 copies, boom, you made your first $2,000, and you hadn't even sent out the book yet. You ain't even finished the book. So now you and your team finish the book, it's time to send the book out. You order the book, it costs you $281 to get 100 books. But you just made $2,000 off of that. You just made $2,000, and you ain't spent no money out your pocket. So now what you do, you send those people the book, you take your $1,700 profit. Now you make this book available on Amazon. I sell this book on Amazon for $25. If somebody ordered the book from Amazon right now, I don't do nothing. Amazon will package up this book exactly how it is. It will print it, package it up, and ship it to your house and drop it in your mailbox by tomorrow. If you order it today, they could probably, depending on where they print it at, where you are in the country, you can have my book within a day. I don't pay Amazon no money. Every time I sell the book, Amazon send me $13. They keep $12, but they printed the book. They shipped the book. They did all the work. Only thing I did was say, hey, support my book. And I made $13 every time somebody buy my book without me spending a dime, a penny. Now I take that same book, I save that book as a PDF. I upload that book to Kindle. I sell it for $9.99 on Kindle. I make 70% of that. $10, I make $7 every time somebody buy one of those Kindle books. Now, one of my close friends, he does voiceover. He's actually recording my book on audiobook for me for free because he wants to use my book to solicit more business. So he's not even charging me. He's doing it for free. Now I take the audio that I got from him, I upload it. Now my book is on Audible. I don't spend money to put my book on Audible. I only make money when people listen. I haven't spent no money now. I've sold 100 books. I got my book on Amazon. I have my book on Kindle. I have my book on audiobook. And that's 4 different ways that I'm making money off this one book, and I have not spent a dime out of my pocket. No money. So if you don't want to write a book, but you want to figure out how you can make money, you can start a publishing company. Let me give you some small math. It's small math. 50,000 times 20 is $1 million. 50,000 times 20 is $1 million. And Don, do you think it's impossible to sell 50,000 books at $20 a piece? It's not impossible at all. Small numbers. Whatever your number is, do the math. If you got a business and you want $1 million business, I have a new program that I'm getting ready to drop. The program is going to cost $1,000. All I got to do is sell it to 1,000 people. I made $1 million. I got one of my partners. His program is $10,000. Listen, the dude program called 10 G's. He got 100 people to sign up. He made $1 million. I was at a book writing conference one day, and this dude was selling these book packages. And I'm gonna give y'all another play too that's real slick that I learned at this conference. And the dude was selling book packages. It was 60 of us in the room. It was 62 of us in the room. And he sold these book packages that were $40,000 a piece, and his commission was 20%. And he sold $480,000 worth of books. And as soon as the people signed the paperwork, he got $96,000, and he was there for one day. His commission was $96,000. I was at a convention in San Diego, and there was like 150 people in the room, and the dude gave a free speech. And the free speech was really a pitch for his program. His program was $5,000. 5 people, no, it was actually 25 people signed up. He made $125,000 that day. Companies were there were like, hey, I want to sign my team up. How much is it? Oh man, just sign the whole team up. Just put it on my card. Yeah. He made $125,000. And it was a digital product. It was a program that he recorded. It was already online. He didn't have to do anything. Find you something you can create one time and sell over and over again. So right now I have my Be the Greatest merch. If you go to my website, ydrednelson.com, you can buy this. You go to my website, you can buy this book. And I don't spend no money. When people buy my shirt, I don't spend no money. I don't have to print the shirt, ship the shirt, send it to their house. I don't have to do any of that. They do it for me. Someone want to buy my book, I spend no money out of my pocket. None. But I make money every time somebody buy one. Your mindset is gonna be what's gonna take you to where you wanna go. Your skill set, develop your mindset over your skill set. Because if you don't develop your mindset, then you can't go all in on developing your skills. But if you focus on developing your mind first, then the skill set is gonna come easy. It's gonna be easy to do it because you already focused in the right mindset. What time is it? I gotta make sure I got time to sign these books. Because I'm slow and my hands be going numb. So I gotta make sure I got time. What time we got? How much time we got? 2:49. I gotta get to signing, man. I can't sign all these books at this time. But I'm about to do as many as I can, and I'm gonna keep talking while I'm doing it though. Who got up first? Let me just try to get these started. Give me a good pen too. I need a good pen.
How many of you guys can stay after school for a little while? Raise your hand.
Pen.
Alright, perfect.
Hey, if you can't stay for a little while, then I want you to make sure that I get you first because I want to make sure that I personally sign as many of these as I can.
If you gotta ride the bus, hop to the front of the line now.
Yeah. Because I want to make sure that I sign these for all of y'all. Oh, hold up. Listen, I knew that I was coming, right? And I was sitting down the other day and I was with my son. And my son is only 2. And you know, going through chemo is crazy, right? So it's like so many just physical, psychological things I have to deal with. So I started writing poetry and music to inspire myself. And I was writing the other day, and I knew that I was coming here, and I said, oh man, the class